like at the beginning of the journey, was not playing. Right, because I felt like my coach, Dale Harris at the time, was trying to make sure he did not show favoritism to the young kid. And as a result, he swung completely the opposite direction and doing things that weren't really fair. And I mean, not playing.
The Mamba was caged in. He was tucked away on the bench for an entire season to satisfy the egos of the veteran players. The only time he would ever see the court was during garbage time, when the game was out of reach. The same thing happened during a playoff game against the Portland Trail Blazers. This was his opportunity to showcase his greatness, and he gave the NBA world the first glimpse of someone who would end up being one of the most legendary players. Let's set the stage. It's Game 3 at the Memorial Coliseum in Portland. The Lakers are up 2-0 of the first round series. They won both games by double digits thanks to the dominance of Shaq. In Game 1, he had 46 points on 63% shooting. The Blazers were looking to avoid getting swept by their division rival. Behind the hot shooting of Kenny Anderson, who went a perfect 8 for 8 from the field in the first half, they had a commanding 23-point lead after 2 quarters. In the third quarter, it got even worse. With less than 2 minutes left to go in the period, they went up by 31 points. The game was over for everyone except one player. With less than 6.5 minutes left and the game still out of reach, the young Black Mamba found his moment to attack.
Get some shots. Bryant's going to try to create, but what he knows to do is go get. They're doing this methodically. Kobe Bryant's the bullet jumper. What a game this youngster's having. Trying to go in the third. And another turnover. The Lakers tonight are only 2 of 13 from the. Here's Kobe. Gets a pick from Shaq. And Sabonis steps out. Has to feed it to Shaq. Back.
A 31-point lead was cut to 6 points. In only 6 minutes of play, he scored 14 points. The Blazers were witnesses of what Kobe Bryant would be famous for doing throughout his career. He could lead a large comeback through his sheer will and his legendary scoring ability. No matter how large the lead was, no matter how cold he was from the field, you knew that he could get hot in an instant. It just takes one shot. Then all of a sudden, the Lakers are right back in the game. At times, he is doing it all by himself. We have seen it throughout his career. The Blazers saw it 3 years later in the 2000 Conference Finals. In Game 7, he led the Lakers from a 16-point deficit in the third quarter. In the 2002 Conference Final Series against the Sacramento Kings, he helped LA come back from a 24-point deficit in Game 4. He led a furious comeback against the Dallas Mavericks in the 2002-03 season when they were down by 27 points in the fourth quarter. In the 2003 semifinal series against the San Antonio Spurs, he helped erase a 25-point deficit in Game 5. Then there was a time he nearly pulled off the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. In Game 2 of the 2008 Finals against the Boston Celtics, he nearly led his team from a 23-point deficit in the fourth quarter. That is just a few of many examples. There was no player that you feared more in these situations. It was his immense confidence in himself, along with his exceptional one-on-one skills. It was something that he's always had, even at the tender age of 18. Unfortunately, the Lakers never used this weapon that they had to the fullest during his rookie season. Since he wasn't getting much exposure, the NBA world turned a blind eye to what seemed to be a one-off moment. In reality, it was a warning shot to the rest of the league. But what about you all? Do you remember this forgotten moment from Kobe? What is your favorite comeback that he was a part of during his 20-year career? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.